Hello, this is Sofia Martinez with Awaken Your Soul Coaching. And today I wanted to speak about our inner battles. What are your inner battles, your daily inner battles, as you step into your process of following your heart's calling? I know the moment that you say yes to your heart's calling, the calling of your heart, that a whole process of transformation begins to awaken within you. And that process of transformation, even though we have transformed and you have transformed and I have transformed throughout our life, because life is transformation. The moment that you say yes to the calling of your heart and this process of transformation begins to activate within you and all around you, and you begin to feel and notice those shifts of that change within yourself, there's fear, uncertainty, discomfort, pain that comes up. And this is a natural process. So understanding that the moment that you say yes to the calling of your heart means that you're stepping into the exploration of your soul, the expression of your soul. I want to share because I love this quote, and it's a quote from Martha Graham. She was a choreographer that, just changed the whole dance world by what she was bringing forward. And there's a quote that has been one of my northern stars for my whole life. It still is. I'm sorry, I'm gonna paraphrase it. It's not exactly like this, but it says, there's a quickening, an energy, a vitality within you that it moves through you. And this energy, there's only one in the entire world, in the entire history of the whole planet, of the whole earth, of all time. This energy is uniquely yours throughout time, in the whole time of the universe. And if you block it, if you stop it, it will never be through any other medium than you. And it is not your role to judge it or compare this energy, this expression. It is simply to keep the channel, the river open. To me, this is purpose. This is your purpose. This is my purpose, to keep the channel open of that expression that is me, that is uniquely me. And to keep the channel open of the energy that I am, it requires so much courage. It requires so much deep listening to the calling of my heart that is guiding me into that expression. And the purpose and my purpose, because throughout my life I have been in such a deep search of my purpose. I never been the person that's like, when I was, I don't know, 8 years old, I knew what I wanted to be. You know, when they ask you what do you want to be, who you want to be when you grow up, or what do you want to do when you grow up? And then just for me, that thought felt so like suffocating and limiting. I didn't want to be one thing. I always felt like I loved so many things, and the freedom that I felt in the sense that I could be all of that was freeing to me. And I have realized throughout my life that this is part of my channel being open. This is my unique expression, that there is no one way of expressing your purpose. In fact, you can express your purpose by being a mother, by being a teacher, not only your career, but all the roles that you play. Your purpose is, in a way, the meaning that you create within yourself about your life and who you are and how you're choosing to bring and keep that channel open. Every time you keep that channel open and you express it, there is a process of transformation, because naturally, the moment that you keep your channel open, already your river transforms, this medium transforms, and you transform the world around you. And so coming back to your inner battles, it requires, there is a natural process of life that the river it changes, right? It changes shape naturally. If you go to nature, there's a river that, it's wide because it rains a lot, and then when the dry season, it shrinks. That it's the same with us. What happens is when it shrinks, we start fearing that, it will never be open again, like that the rain, it will never rain with, for us again. And so what happens when that fear gets activated and when that resistance gets activated within you? And so I wanted to speak about this piece and what are your inner battles. And so I wanted to list and bring forward a few of them, and then you'll see that I'll start diving into each one little by little on other videos. But I wanted to bring kind of like a broad understanding now. So then you start really tuning in within yourself and just noticing, oh, okay, this is one that my resistance shows up most often. So as you register and realize that perhaps this is the way your resistance shows up within yourself, then you can start deepening into that resistance, because the whole point of the resistance is just showing you how, in a way, you're blocking that expression, or you're resisting to stay open, to keep your channel open. And so when you realize how you're keeping your channel open, then you can take care of yourself, because just the moment you're resistant to keep your channel open, that's not the problem. The problem is that you're just not diving into understanding what you're resisting, how you're resisting, and why you're resisting it. There's a deeper need there that needs to be taken care of within yourself. When you care for it, the discomfort is going to still be there, but there's going to be an openness within yourself because you're feeling safe. If through your experience, you're trusting yourself in your experience. And so let's dive into this piece where, okay, what are your inner battles? How is this resistance showing up within yourself? The first one is that I don't know. Just feeling like you don't know. That shows up with doubt, with a deep sense of uncertainty, and that is blocking and keeping you shut down, not keeping that channel open and not taking the necessary steps towards your heart calling. The other one is that I already know this, so I'm not going to take this step. I'm not going to learn anything new because I already know it. That's another one. Another inner battle is that I can't, and this is a common one. It shows up for me quite a bit actually, and I can't do this. I can't. And so because I can't, I'm just gonna keep my channel closed, and I'm not gonna even try it. And another one that shows up for me really, really a lot is that the inner battle that I want to have clarity about everything and I want to know everything. And so because I don't know everything and I don't have clarity about everything and I can't control everything, then I keep my channel closed. Might open it a little bit, but then it's like, ugh, I close it again. The other one is time. I don't have time to do this. it's going to take so much time, and then I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. And so I keep, what's the point? So I keep my channel closed. This, I am comfortable where I am. This is good. It's where, even though maybe I'm not fully fulfilled or happy, I know, like, you know, this process is already, I've outgrown this process. I've outgrown my life right now, but you know, it's just gonna take so much time. I don't know how it's gonna end. And so I'm gonna keep my channel closed. I'm not going to take that step. And then I'm battling within myself. It's like, oh, maybe I have time, I don't have time, and this, right? And so the next one is judging. Judging myself, judging the process, just judging the situation, judging the outcome, the result, just judging everything. Everything, judging the person that is coming to support me, a teacher, a coach, just judging the other person. And therefore, when you're judging the other person, then there's no trust. And so naturally, you're shutting and that river, that flow. You're not keeping the channel open. The other one is making it mean like this is life or death, like it's so important. It's like the gravity level is just like, oh, if you know I make a mistake, it's gonna be the end of my life. If I fail to this, it's gonna be if I don't get this, I'm gonna, you know, die. And so when you make something really, really big, the gravity and serious, then in that seriousness, then there's a loss of enjoyment in the process. There's a loss of curiosity, of lightness in a way in the process. So naturally you wanna not keep your channel open. And lastly, it's the energy, is your vitality. It's like, I feel tired, I procrastinate, I distract myself, do everything else, and then I'm tired. And so naturally, I just want to bring something, because naturally the resistance is going to create tiredness, and actually the tiredness is your resistance. And so going inwards and actually taking that step is going to release that stuck energy and create that vitality within yourself. So these are the pieces, that the way that your inner battles might show up, that in a way the resistance might show up. I'm gonna leave you that list, and I want you to just read over and go through them and see what are the ones that maybe is the top 3 or the top 2 that most show up for you. Sending you big, big love, and subscribe to this channel if this is helpful. Let me know how it's going. I want to hear you. I want to support you, and know this is a place of love where we can grow together and heal together. Okay, lots of love. Bye-bye.